Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
$2.5 million for Dariana Burton, who investigators call the girlfriend of Orleans Parish jail escapee DERRIK Groves. Burton is a former correctional employee, and investigators say she helped plan the May 16th escape. DERRIK Groves and Antoine Massey are the only two escapees yet to be recaptured. Detectives hope a reward of $50,000 per inmate will lead to tips that help capture the men. You could submit information by calling Crime Stoppers, the FBI, or by going online to the FBI's website.
Wow, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Guys, this just in. They processed Miss Burton in, and she basically got a $2.5 million bond. OG, what's going on out there? Dariana Burton is got some serious cash to come up with.
Man, Big Bird ain't got that kind of money.
You don't think she got it, OG?
Man, Big Bird, she just paid her tithes Sunday. She ain't got no money. She was just in it. She's a victim here. That lady did. She has not a conspiracy bone in her body, but they're all on the internet, man. We got DERRIK Grove imposter saying he in Mexico.
I seen that.
Guy came on the web talking about that Antoine Massey is messing it up for him, and he never expected for this to happen. He's trying to live his life, and he's not coming back. So, man, they making this bigger than life. DERRIK Grove is going to be the next Jesse James of the 21st century.
The next one?
The next Jesse James. You're going to hear stories about DERRIK and how he got away, how him and Big Bird tried to go into the sunset. Oh, it's going to be stories about D. Woo, stay here, Woo, stay here.
So do you think so Woo pretty much, he having it his way. So do you believe that he set this up from the jump, OG?
Oh yeah. He was part. Him and Massey, they were the masterminds. They had everything to lose. They brought these other 8 along just for what they did, to throw them off the track, for them to scoop them up that quick and to get away. They sent them east and they went west, and it's just it was a hell of a plan, a hell of a scheme to be free, but they were really serious about getting out. Everybody else was just going along to get along.
Going along to get along. So they basically had a plan from the jump, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
I
just worry about that boy Dennis, that they didn't transfer to Angola. Why in the hell did they ship him in a helicopter to Angola? And his stepdaddy don't know nothing about it.
His stepdaddy don't know nothing about it, and it's a trip because a lot of people are speaking out and trying to figure out, like, far as what Groves and Massey got going on. And we not when it comes to other victims, do we feel like these guys are pretty much what do you think they're going to do with these guys? Do you think they're in harm's way? Because you keep saying they flew him out.
They didn't. That's the South, bro. They are getting tortured for even doing something like that, but nobody talking about it.
That's what I'm saying. I hear you and I hear everything.
You hear nothing about them going to court. They're supposed to have a simple escape, but you ain't heard nothing about them going to court. Nobody's talking for them, so they're just in the element. And just so happened, his name Jacob. He talked about his son and how they let him speak to him before they took him back.
Yeah, he did. That's what he said.
And they shipped him in a helicopter to Angola. Why they ship him by himself to Angola?
No, you got a point. That's the part where we're trying to understand. Are these guys safe? Is the question now. It becomes, because I didn't realize until you brought that up. Like, okay, are these guys safe? What happened with these guys? Are they in danger?
Most definitely, and they're just there. Their family is not talking about it. Dennis's father act like he was so scared. I asked him, did he do this? Or that's not even the question. Whether he wanted to do it or did anybody coerce him, that is not even the question. The question is, are you okay? You need a lawyer. Let's get you some help here. And now they done whisked him off to Angola. Angola ain't pretty for nobody, bro.
So basically,
I've never been there, but I done heard stories about.
well, we sat down with Buff
now.
now. Remember, we sat down in New Orleans and talked about them jails down there.
Sir.
So,
yes, sir. And they told you the stories about Angola, Louisiana.
well, let's listen to some family members right quick on how Derrick Groves' aunt. Hold on.
Think about how horrible OPP have to be if you have more of a settled mind with him in Angola.
Groves calls on her nephew to turn himself in, out of a priority for his safety.
So in my heart, I just feel, and I'm praying to the Lord, he have him covered and protected.
So they want Jasmine Groves say, Derrick Groves, you need to turn yourself in. Now, here's the Massey's uncle. His granddaddy. He speaks out as well.
Massey, one of the inmates still on the run, he says he's really fearful for Massey's safety. He's worried about what could happen when law enforcement will eventually catch up with him. And he's begging his grandson to just do the right thing and turn himself in. Take a listen.
Antoine, if you out there, listen to your grandpa, man. If you out there, please, on this message, give yourself up. Come home, man, where we all can rest. You give me a night to where I can go to sleep, and I will be okay, and I can get me some rest. I can't get it as long as you're running. You have to understand this time that I love you with all of my heart.
Now, Mr. Taylor there, the grandfather of Antoine Massey, he also reiterated that this whole prison break really blew his mind, is what he had to say. He said it came to him and the family as a total shock. They couldn't believe that this actually happened. And the grandfather says he has not heard from his grandson. He wishes that Massey would reach out to him or at least to law enforcement. But in the meantime, there is a $50,000 cash reward leading to any information that will lead to the arrest of either Massey or Derrick Groves. So if you know where they might be, do the right thing.
Man, God, do you hear that? So the grandfather speaks out for Massey. Derrick Groves' aunt Jasmine Groves speaks out for Derrick Groves. They're trying to get them to turn themselves in. And OG, I want to hear what you got to say about that.
I gotta say this. Negroes are the saddest specimens I've ever seen on the planet. His aunt or his grandfather, Derrick's aunt, Massey's grandfather, they did, while they was locked up, they didn't put a nickel up for them to get a lawyer to try to help them out. Now this old Negro is talking about he can't rest. Nobody care about you resting.
OG, that's his granddaddy. He's concerned.
His granddaddy need to sit his old butt down somewhere and pleading for white America. Turn yourself in. Why do we always want to be the ones to have our people turn themselves in? Here, and Bonnie and Clyde, they mother and father told them to keep running. They applauded them to get away from it. White people keep their people safe. They know what this is about.
Well, black people do too at sometimes, man. When you had the Underground Railroad, we had the Underground Railroad free and slave, Harriet Tubman. Listen, there's been some great times. We've had some great pinnacle moments, OG. But this here is just tough.
Wait a minute. Where is the Underground Railroad? I can't even find out on the dark web. Underground, in the reality of the Underground Railroad and Harriet Tubman, it stated, now I wasn't there.
Oh, here we go.
And her whole Underground Railroad adventure didn't but 800 blacks go through the Underground Railroad. It wasn't like 1 million of y'all went.
OG, all I'm going to say.
So I'm just saying this. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you're not trying to help Massey or Groves, shut your black mouth up.
What?
Trying to help white folks.
OG, you gotta understand, man. This is something that it's something that you gotta think about, bud. I'm sorry, man, but
You gotta think about.
But you got to think these guys are trying to stay free. These are people who concerned about them because
So
they
why are
don't
you
want
going
nothing to
against?
happen to them. That's all it is.
You didn't care. You didn't
Jasmine
care about what was
Groves.
happening. You didn't care nothing about what was happening to me when I was in that jail under inhumane conditions.
No, I gotta agree
You
with.
want to talk
I
about
agree.
when
I
you
don't like to, but I agree with you on that. But I can say, I think the grandfather seems very concerned with his
he ain't that
grandson
concerned.
turning
He's been trying
himself
to get
in
him a
because of his
lawyer.
safety. I think that's what we're looking at here. And
He ain't gonna be. So you think he would be safer in Angola with a life sentence?
so, OG, okay. So what do he can't get no sleep?
I don't care. He done slept enough with his old ass.
OG, the granddad is sitting up and he's like, man, I can't get no sleep. These
Yeah,
polices keep riding by my house at night looking for you, thinking you over here at my church. I think he's a minister too. Man, he's a man of the cloth.
sanctified.
So, you know,
He's drinking some moonshine. He's snoring right now.
you think he's you think he's asleep right now?
Right, we're sitting in that old chair, nodding off, watching the stories.
Oh, so he ain't even watching to see if his son got caught. He watching the stories.
Man, he's there watching the new all what they call the new days of our life.
Oh, gee, let me ask you this. If this was your grandson, hypothetically, and he was on the run, and you had a chance to speak to the news reporters, what would you say?
But keep where you do not get on them phones. Stay where you are until you can do something better. Your granddad ain't got no money, ain't nothing I can help you with. But son, run.
Wow. So Granddaddy Massey, OG is saying that you're wrong and he needs to keep running. Jasmine Groves, which is DERRIK Groves' aunt, who spoke up and said he needed to turn himself in. OG says he disagreed with that as well. I don't know what you guys are thinking. If I'm looking at it, I'm saying his safety becomes an issue. How can he? We don't want nothing to happen to him when they run up on him. But
wait a minute. What do you think is going to be better for him when they catch him? You don't think they're going to, if he's not physically assaulted or killed right then, what do you think his life is going to be in jail?
it's not going to be. It's not going to be. It's not going to be easy. He could lose his life in jail, according to the prison system down there.
It's going to be worse. He didn't escape. White America is bad. They are unforgiving. So once he gets caught, when he gets caught, now is Grandpa gonna go down to the jail every day and make sure that they ain't beat him to death? Is Grandpa gonna go down there and make sure that they're not torturing him?
You got a point, OG.
No.
I gotta agree with you on that.
Let me tell you that in my prison situation, I would have been dead. Me and my crime partner was part of the Soledad 7. They killed the police in Soledad. And when I caught my case, we go to the hole, bro. If it hadn't been for our mothers coming to the prison, making the warden bring us out of the hole to speak to us on the phone. My mother then worried the staff so much that, man, it was, if people are not right there with you, bro, anything can happen to you in prison.
You got that right. You definitely got that right. And I wanna bring it up to a highlight and something that we talk about daily here. Massey is still out. Antonio Massey. And guess what? He's 4 days before his birthday, guys. Do you feel like now, 4 days, do we feel like he's going to make it again? I ask this daily, to Sunday, out for Father's Day, and upon Father's Day is his birthday. What do you think, OG? Let's talk about it.
First of all, I want to put out a public service information to all of these youngsters that are listening to this, these young boys that thinking that they can get into crime and it's going to be all right. No, you can look at these two, but they're really desperate for their lives right now. And nobody, you listen at all the pleas, nobody is talking to no aunts, no grandfathers is talking about, hey, I got you Hershey Farm, and I got you, Don Steele. I got you the best attorney. So take yourself down to this attorney's office, and we can get you some. They're all talking about that we can't sleep, and Jesus ain't coming and doing.
Here we go. I got one more person I want you to hear, OG. Here she go.
It's going through. You is opening up old wounds that we are trying to bury. We are trying to bury them. Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster.
OG, that's your friend. She might have an attorney. She ain't spoke on it. She went on the program.
Auntie ain't got nothing. Auntie trying to get her 30 seconds of fame. But it don't get no better. Once you get locked up, things go down to the toilet. And your people are not going to help you. And your homeboys are not going to help you. You're in there by yourself. So I recommend that, please, whatever y'all doing out here in the street, man, get you an education, learn you a trade, because the street is unforgiving. They will not do anything for you, and you will mess your young life off for the rest of your life.
Wow. Y'all, hey, OG, you preaching now. You preaching. You giving it to them.
Massey and Grove need to show. They should be a poster for young kids. Man, don't let a female get you into any situation. Don't let your homeboys get you into this situation, because they don't have your back.
Wow, guys. Y'all heard OG. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I had to put his favorite auntie up there. The young lady who basically has the hat on with the braids.
That's an old lady. That's an old lady. Young lady.
And the relatives are speaking out, guys. Get in the comments. We just wanted to bring the highlight that Miss Burton basically has a $2.5 million bond. And that happened since yesterday. Want to keep you guys up on that. All the other stuff, the relatives speaking out. We've been hearing everybody speaking out. They'll probably be speaking out again. People, these reporters are running up to them and trying to get this information and trying to follow this case, because this is one of the biggest breaks in the history. And we just want to keep up on it. And hopefully, guys, like I said, we'll get to see if Massey's out Sunday. Get in the comments if y'all feel like he's going to throw a party. And if there is a party, will it be a pool party? Will it be at a restaurant? Where will this party be? Will it be, just down in the, by the lake? They're going to fish fry? Give some opinions as well in the comments of where you feel the breakout party is going to be. That's what we're going to call it, the breakout party. Listen, man, get in the comments. Let us know what you think. And if you're still watching, man, make sure you look where we just spoke on the Diddy trial and Jane Doe. And let's understand what she's got going on. It should be somewhere right here. Man, Boss Talk 101 review.
I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know. You think you silent treating me, and you think I'm going to be, nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you, and I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad, I could have a spat, we could have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really, that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. Hey, so either you go in the direction of like moving on and shit like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving.